6:51 here this Friday morning. Your top stories on our Smart Start. Breaking news: a 32-year-old man killed in a shooting just before midnight on the northeast side of the city.
This all happened around Portland Avenue near Pomeroy Street, and police do tell us this appears to have started as an argument among a small group of people, then leading to those shots being fired. No suspects yet in custody, but police say if you think you know anything, give them a call, call 911, and further updates will be available on rochesterfirst.com.
More testimony coming today in the trial of Kelvin Vickers, the man accused of killing 3 people here in the city in 2022, including Officer Anthony Mazurkiewicz and wounding Officer Sino Seng. Seng on the stand yesterday took the jury through his experience that night, explaining he and Mazurkiewicz needed to move their car on Laser Street as they were undercover in a van working a lead on a homicide. He adds they believed at one point their cover had been blown. The defense pointed out that issue of their cover being blown was not listed in Seng's initial report, something that could be critical in the case. Convincing the jury the shooter knew they were officers is key because it's needed to convict on the most serious charge of aggravated murder. For our sunrise traffic here, gave you an update on a couple of issues here in the city. Culver Empire near Donuts Delight, crash reported there. As we look at the expressways, 390, 490, 590 at speed. We will check that morning drive again at about 7:25 during CBS Mornings. Finally here, if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, how about do something all fall, and we've got the great activity for you.
Oh, absolutely. As Liam said, it's not going to be a total washout, so you can still make a visit to the Apple Shed in Newark, just one of the many delicious stops on the Wayne County Apple Tasting Tour, which is where we find Hayden Wentworth. Hayden, you've had a lot of delicious options this morning.
Oh yes, Brennan and Michaela, we have been here all morning. It's been a joy to be here. I smell those donuts. The smell is very aromatic, but I'm back with Christine Worth, who is the Director of Tourism for Wayne County. And so everybody goes to a lot of people go to these apple tasting tour weekends and get to visit businesses. It is about the apples, but what else can they expect when they come to these businesses?
Great. For example, if you came to the Apple Shed where we're here today, there's farm animals, there's apple cannons. You take a wagon ride out into the orchard, so it's all around you, let alone the smelling of the baked goods. Each spot is a little bit different. We do have a winery, a couple wineries. All of our stops are family friendly, so you just want to get out this weekend for the tasting weekend. And if you miss the tasting weekend, you can visit us the entire month and do the apple jumble still. And just go to appletastingtour.com and all the information is right there.
And I'm sure that even if you do miss the tasting weekend, you can still taste all the delicious treats. And so just any advice for people coming to the tasting weekend that you want to put out there?
Ask questions, learn about the apples. Again, sometimes you think you go to your apple that you always knew just the name of. Find the different ones out there and taste them, because every year I find a different one that I like better. So I encourage people to try them.
Absolutely. And you know what? Last time I tried a Snapdragon apple, and that was the first time. I've never heard of Snapdragon until then. So I learned something new. You learn something new every day. And just a fun fact for the Apple Shed, if you come this weekend, they make donuts on the weekends. They're apple cider donuts. So those are sure to be a great treat. So for now, back to you, Brennan and Michaela.
Oh, Hayden, those sweet treats there. So last week, Longacre Farms, we had donuts, apple cider stuff.
We did.
This week, we've got it at the Apple Shed. We'll see where you end up next week, going for a trifecta.
Yeah, looking for that apple picking weather. Like you said, not a total washout.
Not a total washout, and honestly, I think it needs to be a little bit cooler to really embrace apple picking in full force, and we're going to get that as we head into the weekend here. Temperatures back in the 60s by tomorrow. I think Saturday is probably going to be our driest day here. Sunday, we start to see that lake effect rain begin to kick up, along with a lot of that wind, and that's going to be really something. I think 30 to 40 mile-an-hour wind gusts by then. And then as we work our way into Monday and Tuesday, that's when we start to see things begin to slowly dry out. But again, look at those highs and look at those lows. Back into the 50s and 40s there. We stay there most of next week before we eventually just crawl back into the low 60s.
In case you forgot that it was fall.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good reminder. I think it's a little, you get the ups and downs. We had 87 degrees the other day, so you got to go all the way back down to the 50s to, I think, really appreciate just how warm things were
Keep folks
at the
on
beginning.
Their toes. My goodness.
So you got 54 for us on Sunday. London for the Bills game, 74.
Yeah, and I got to say, it's probably going to feel more like the 40s throughout much of the day once you factor in that wind with that 54, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, don't we all wish we'd be in London right now?
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching News 8 here at Sunrise, everyone.
Well, our next update here in 30 minutes, CBS Mornings coming your way, top of the hour.
News 8 wherever you are, on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.